Today, I want to speak upon something which you may find contradictory to what I usually say. Yes, your parents play a major role in forming a part of your personality, but is it where it all ends? I have seen people in their mid 30s, 40s, and even 50s blaming their parents in how they have turned out to be. Let's take an example of this person called IIT Baba, who was famous in the Mahakumbh, and he said that because his parents did not invest in him emotionally and they had domestic fights, he was, he left everything and he didn't feel like being in the material world, and that's why it led him to the path of spirituality. But I want to ask you, when will you stop blaming your parents? I want to ask you, when will you start owning up to your actions? When will you start having your own moral values? Yes, your parents gave you the basic platform. Your parents gave you food, shelter, and education, which is still a dream and which is still a far fetched reality for children across the world. Okay, your parents may not have invested in you emotionally and may have even been the cause of your trauma. But do you really want to live with that? Do you really want to accept that as your reality? And most importantly, what is blaming your parents going to get you? Your parents are getting old now and you have to cut them a slack. Start taking a stand for yourself. Start building your own moral values. And if you think that your parents couldn't do as much for you, you do it for yourself. You set an example rather than living with that trauma. So the question now is, what do I do? What you need to do is that you need to self-parent. You need to reparent yourself, and it is not much difficult. It is just about forming a habit. And if you want to know how do you reparent or self-parent yourself, watch out my next reel.